Well, we try. I'll probably get back to you tomorrow morning. Like, so latest would be like 11.
Ya my da was goody to the goddess and the gods and was popping to my people. And man, I don't even gotta tell y'all who in the building.
Y'all see what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a lot of that going on. You feel? Yeah.
A whole lot of that going on. We got the God in the building.
The real Wakanda.
We gonna have to. You know what? Let me see.
I'm sure trying to set my joint up too. Right? My joint up is falling.
Hold on. Y'all gonna have to rock with us through the technical difficulties.
I swear.
Don't act like you ain't never.
Swear. You say that before?
Rotate your device. Oh, I'm finna. Hey, whoever just somebody just joined on Facebook, and I was trying to see. I can't get both of us in unless I turn it sideways.
Oh, let me get a little closer to bro. You know, ain't nothing wrong with brothers loving brothers. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the start of this message, man. Hey. We gonna change the whole narrative out here where black men thinking that we want another enemy. You know what I'm talking about?
This is what I'm finna do though, y'all. I'm finna leave. What's up, Kim Folk? There go my broski. Hey, look, broski. I'm finna leave and come right back. Give us 30 seconds so I can fit us both in the screen. Give me 30 seconds, y'all. I'm gonna come right back. All right. Because then, you know, you can't rotate it while it's live. But
on the camera?
Yeah, but I could rotate it before I post it.
Let's see.
While it's live, you can't. That's why.
Damn. No, I still show though. We valid. You valid. We in there.
Yeah.
We in there. Yeah, man. It's a lot of that going on, man. Tune in.
Okay.
Tune in. There's more than talk going on, man. We getting done. You heard?
Yeah. Okay. What's up, Kim Folk?
Tune in.
Comment section.
Let's get it.
CNB in the building. Yahoo to the queen. Okay. Well, it's all kind of stuff. I got some little scraps that I'm gonna deal with in the beginning. God damn, man, you can cook heavy.
No question. Take your time.
What you need? Oh, this right here. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all. Now, hold on. I gotta take off my jacket because I got a full clip for y'all tonight. I'm telling you, it's a lot of action on deck. I don't even know where I want to start. So we're gonna start with the coon train. That's the easiest to deal with. I got this clip from the queen.
Ain't nobody bothering me. I mean, except to invite me over for barbecues or invite me to their house for dinner or invite me to go drinking with them or invite me to the gym or offer to take me on golf trips or offer to watch my kid or have their kid come to my house. Other than that, they ain't bothering me. I mean, if anything, you got all the black supremacists out there that want to keep racism going. Like, they really keep talking about racism and how oppressed they are and what's going on with them and how unfair everything is. And if I were to snap my fingers and make racism disappear tomorrow, they'd still find something to complain about. Just like you. Zeke Arkham, cop with attitude, got you 6.
Okay. Now, hey, look, man. I'm gonna act like I got some sense because we got a guest in the building.
Hey, you gonna knock it out? You know, we've been knowing each other way too long, man. Let these folks know, man.
Oh, you ain't let me finish. They know I'm motherfucking lying. Listen, I'm finna get this goddamn coon right now. Come on, man.
Know, man.
Listen, boy, if you don't get your listen, hold on.
You want me to get him?
No. Hold on. You gonna get a chance to get him too. You definitely gonna get a chance to get him. But hold on first. I can't stand. We take real shit, and we always individualize.
Sure.
So he gonna tell us about his little personal situation with his 3 little fucking white neighbors in his little white ass neighborhood, and now you want to put that on a national scale and declare that it ain't no racism just because a motherfucking Jack and Jill ain't been on your heels yet. And the problem is, soon as they get a hold of this nigga, the first thing he gonna do, Black Lives Matter. Oh, we don't listen, man. Some of them are what the problem is. Change starts with us. Change starts with us. A lot of y'all play that game where y'all say, well, what he just said, the change starts with us, and we got to worry about us, and we got to stop worrying about them. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't get the memo that white folks still run the motherfucking world.
They definitely don't.
I didn't get the point where they relinquished the power and say, you know what, everything we took from you niggas, we gonna give it back, and we gonna do it peacefully. It's called slave mentality, and exactly what Jim Crow said he had planned to do. So if Jim Crow said about 100 years ago he was gonna have Negroes a certain kind of way, and you look 100 years later and you see us that way, then you say it's because of our slave mentality. It ain't got shit to do with $1 trillion plan put in the motion over a couple 100 years. That's got nothing to do with it. Y'all do a disservice to your ancestors when you don't understand exactly what your enemy did to get you where you are. You didn't lay down and roll over. It wasn't a quick thing. This was a carefully calculated plan that trillions of dollars went into. So yeah, you motherfucking right, there's still racism in America. Not because I say so, not because I need to complain, but because America was fucking built on racism. So if a place was built on racism, why wouldn't it still be here? And we gonna really, really deal with it tonight, because I'm gonna put y'all in a what they used to call that back in the day. I'm gonna put you in a Bozak.
In the Boski.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in the Boski, so you can't get out of. But go kick it, guy.
Hey, so one thing I would like to elaborate upon is the change starts with us, right? Anybody can sit out here in front of a camera, in front of a microphone, and tell you what the problems is, what everybody doing wrong. But if you're gonna be an agent of change, you have to let that change start with you, and like truly allow every person that watch you see the greatest version of what change looks like by watching you, right? So it ain't no different than like if I wanted to learn how to hoop, I'm gonna watch Michael Jordan, I'm gonna watch LeBron James, John Morant. I'm gonna watch the people that's doing it great, right? So if I want change in my community, I'm gonna look for people that's making change and try to replicate what they're doing. And I came on this show today because shout out to Brother Yudi, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the general that's really out here stepping, and this man putting his 10 toes down in front of these real life issues and real life things that y'all calling the police about. This man putting his body in between those issues and the police and trying to figure out, okay, what can I do as a black man? What can I do as the general of the Black Panthers and make my presence and the resources I have behind me serve my people? You know what I'm saying? So not only do I want to be a voice, not only do I want to be a person that help y'all get in shape, but I actually want to be more than just a body. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 1,000 tall people. You know what I'm saying? It's 1 billion, hood people. You know what I'm saying? But what can you do differently for your community? So what I want to do differently is take all the things that made me and compile those things into being the most positive version of what change looks like in my community. So I feel like change truly can start with us. And the same way you see me come out of Atlanta comfort and back into Madison where nobody wants to be here, right? But I know that there's a definite change needed here, right? I know that my 2 loving, beautiful sons that I have that live in this city live here, not Atlanta. So change is needed for me to make that happen here, not there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still gonna do something there, but nevertheless, that's on a different note. I'm here with the general, you know what I'm saying? We about to make sure that y'all know full-fledged that, listen, bro, it starts with us, bro. No, don't just sit back and feel like, oh, bro, no, I'm on that. They doing that. Bro, you need to come step right next to us. You know what I'm saying? Put your 10 toes right next to my 10 toes. Put your shoulder next to my shoulder. Put your back against this wall and let's go to work, bro. I mean, it ain't time to talk. It's time to go to work, my G. So that's what we're here for.
There you go. Now, when you not out there doing what this brother just suggested, which is out there in the field, actually amongst your people, seeing what it's like, then you make ignorant assumptions. You assume that the reason why black people are in the situation they're in because they're complaining, because they're not working, because they're not trying. And what you got is you got white boy racist talking points. And anytime a black man got white boy racist talking points, then I understand what we're really dealing with.
Fair.
So you're not even qualified to speak to black people about what our issue is, because you could clearly tell you don't be around too many black people. And that has nothing to do with being in the hood or it's being amongst your people wherever the fuck they at. You got to be amongst your people so you understand them. And when you're not, then you say ignorant shit like what dude just said. And I'm not done with you, sir. Trust me. This I'm not done with you. I'm gonna have a ball with your ass for the next 7 days. Trust me. You won't be hearing the last of me, but for the sake of tonight, we're gonna keep it moving. We got I'm trying to see, we got a lot of heat though. Which one?
Where we genuinely want to protect kids.
Hey, wait, hold on. We got to do this in order. My fault, y'all.
The city where a young man, 16 years old, appeared to have gone to the wrong residence. The man inside, the 84-year-old man inside.
No, hold on.
I'm the father of Ralph Yarl, that 16.
Hey, wait a minute.
Nests too.
This one I want.
But those aren't eggs. They're rocks. Oh. So that's why they want to be around other dinosaur nests. These dino daddies want eggs of their own. They want a family. Aw, they'd be great dads. There must be something we can do to help them. There is. There are lots of eggs that need loving parents to raise them. And we have a T-Rex egg back in the hatchery that needs a home. We can give the egg to them.
And you know, it's crazy because, you know, like we really like programmed in a way to like be overly sensitive about the reaction behind what you may say when it comes to protecting your kids from being exposed to sexuality and trying to choose a sex and trying to choose a sexual orientation that babies and shit like that. That shit like making my brain cells feel like they like shredding apart. Like how? You feel me? Like on what level is you trying to make a kid think something sexual, bro? Like why is you even like putting that on a kid show about two male dinosaurs want a family and they would be a great family? What the
These are the games we play with our children. But hold on though, I'm gonna deal with it in a second.
Genuinely want to protect them. I'm not talking about abortion or some other trumped up culture war drama that both sides engage in, not because they actually care about the issue, but because they want to avoid having to talk about anything that materially improves anyone's lives. I'm talking about sincere efforts to protect kids in this country, okay? Regardless of their skin color, regardless of their sexual identity, regardless of their gender identity. Why is it that we live in this country that sees children get gunned down every single day and we just say, oh, there's nothing we can do? Oh yeah, we elected all these losers who won't do a damn thing, but oh well, this is just how the system works.
Oh well, this is just how it works. Oh well, this is just how it is. It's called being complacent. We will sit there and justify everything that's right in front of our face. So like we could clearly see, anybody with fucking eyeballs can clearly see in America, there's something going on with our children being targeted for all of this nefarious sexual shit. However, we get put into this space where, watch what we say, people got the right to do whatever they want. You shouldn't judge people. Let people be who they want to be. That's fine. Until my fucking son goes to the library and the library is a man dressed like a woman handing him a sexual book on the low. And then we got to pretend this didn't happen because if we say something, then we offend. No. We're not playing that game no more with our fucking children. They got a cartoon with 2 male dinosaurs trying to have a baby. And they're gonna breathe this into your child that these things are okay. And y'all gonna say, well, they are. People got fuck that. Grown-ups got the right to do what they want to do. Children don't. Children listen to fucking parents. But the way the world is now, your child can decide they want a sex change, go against you in the school or rock with it. And y'all watched this happen. You allowed it. You participated. So when the shit hit the fan, you want to say those people did that. You watched it happen. Mm-hmm. Complacency. We sit back and we watch a lot of shit that we know ain't right, but we don't want to be the oddball. So you know what you don't want to be? You don't want to be me. It's easy for you to sit there and talk about me, but to actually step out every day, every week, y'all see me put my neck out there like a goddamn ostrich. That's what you don't want. You don't want to deal with the ridicule. You don't want to deal with whatever may come with the smoke. You don't want to deal with none of that shit. But you get on the computer, you get to typing about it, though. You love to type.
Big fan.
Yeah, what y'all the Twitter fingers? Y'all got the Twitter fingers.
It's supposed to be made right now.
Y'all got the Twitter fingers. Comment section popping. Y'all owe peace to the queen. Peace to the queens. What's going on, wife? I see all kind of shit going on in here. Hey, look now. Let's get up out of here and go back over. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm looking for here we go. Now, I just wanted to deal with the little warm-up shit so we can get to the meat and potatoes. They're targeting our children, and I had another one about the kids, but I'm missing it. So I'm going to have to see if I can get Corey to load it or if I'm just not going to find it. But either way it go, what we got to do is keep our eyes on our fucking babies. Now, the primary reason we're here, because somebody shot another one of our babies. Now, by the graces and the blessings of the earth, this young prince is still here. But y'all know I always go left. So I'm not the popular opinion guy. I'm not the popular opinion guy. So I'm definitely finna go somewhere y'all probably think I shouldn't go. But I ain't buying a lot of what just happened in the last couple of days. Y'all know me. This is called Misinformation Nation. This is the place where you come to hear the lies that people tell. So don't be figuring it ain't true just because you never heard it before. My intention is to tell you a lot of shit you never heard before. What happened to this young man who just got shot? Here's my question. If I'm going to pick up my siblings, how do I get the wrong address? How do I not know where I'm going to the point where I walk up to the wrong door? Because they say he was going to get the siblings from a friend's house. It's all in the wording. I'm going to get my siblings from a friend's house. That's the address I've been to before. So I go to the address and immediately some old war vet just started blasting. And then I'm going to fast forward and then I'm going to come back. 24 hours later, the exact same thing happens to a little white girl. Aha. So now, watch this. Watch this. When it first happened, all you see is the headlines read, white man shot black kid. You keep seeing that distinction. When the little white girl gets shot, it doesn't say white man shot little white girl. It just say whatever his name is, shot whatever her name is. But in the case 24 hours before that, they have to make sure that they keep reminding you. Every fucking article says white man shot black kid. Then it says black people were outraged. And then it says the civil rights activists demand. When the fuck do the civil rights activists ever do any goddamn thing? Like, name me one good time the civil rights guys came in and saved the day. They come in for camera time in national events. That's what they come for. Now, if yesterday the whole country is crying, racist, 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 because they keep shooting black kids, and then the very next day, a white guy shoots a little white girl. Well, now we can't call it racism anymore, now can we? You're reactive, not proactive. So they know all they got to do is poke you and get you to do stuff. But I'm going to play these 2 clips, and then we going to get to what really happened with these shooting incidents, because they, as usual, that it's not what you think. And I'll tell you why it's not what you think, because it never is. Anytime you look at the news and you see just what you saw, like for instance, if you see a cigarette commercial, you would likely say a cigarette commercial just went off. You don't see the opportunity of mass murder and ritualistic killing through cancer. You don't see that when you see a cigarette commercial, but that's what it is. It's never what the fuck they're telling you when they tell you, whether it's news advertisement, television, whatever the case it may be. What's the slogan? They never tell the truth. So if they're if the news story says random white guy shoots random black kid, wrong address, that can't be the truth. I don't need no evidence. Why? Because what's the rule? We got to follow the rules. That's how we stay alive. That's how we survive. The rule is they never tell the truth. We're slaves. Why would I tell a slave the truth? You're a victim of media, mass media mind control. So therefore, the only thing I put on the news is narratives. Shit that I want you to follow the fucking bouncing ball. You can rock whenever you get ready, God. I'm just,
Hey, I ain't want to cut you off. So, the narrative about the whole, racism and races and this infrastructure, right? I want y'all to key in on this one word, infrastructure, right? Racism is not a person. Racism is not a color. Racism is infrastructure that's already instilled inside of institutions, inside of buildings, inside of jobs, inside of companies, inside of more than one entity or organization. So you can't see racism as a color. I need all people to understand that, bro. That's when you kind of cutting yourself short from how you can actually triumph over racism, because racism is not a pin in your side anymore. It's something that we're going to live with for the rest of our lives. As an American, I've accepted that truth, but I've also accepted the truth that I have a duty, knowing that I live in a racist country, to empower the minds that do not have the knowledge. That's what my goal is. To give you the game you don't have, to succeed and triumph over a racist country that's going to continuously and consistently try to stump you down. Not in the man versus the black man, but in a infrastructure system that's not going to disappear, because our good hopes and good feelings and good energy and good any of that is going to really make it happen. That's not going to be it.
I want to rock off that. I want to piggyback, God. That was in there. That was the perfect wording when you said infrastructure. My fault, y'all, but hey, y'all know I be man. Y'all know I come with the goodies, man. This is the specialty from one of the wise, man. And Kitty Cat, shouts out to you, baby. Woo. Anyway, so now the guy said infrastructure. So I like that word, because he gave us something that we can hold on to a lot better. So we're talking about a system. And a lot of times when we get to talking this talk, I think that's where I might lose people. And this is where he came in and gave us the perfect wording, because when we take it to an individual place, y'all get in your chest, you get prideful, and that's when you want to tell us that racism is gone. Because if you don't speak up for racism being dead, that means you're a victim, and we hate being victims. So we'll say anything to keep from victimhood. So what we have to really understand is it's a system that was put in place to accomplish a goal. Like the guy said, infrastructure. So it has nothing to do with nothing other than this simply. In the beginning of this plan, there was a goal. And then there was a designed way to get to the goal. So what we call, quote unquote, racism, discrimination, bigotry, this was just a designed way to get to the goal because there's a profit margin in there. So this entire planet, the conquest, this entire planet was conquered under the guise of this thing that we call, quote unquote, racism. But really the race, the word race is a competition. Who gets there first? So the ism, the act of who gets there first is really what you're dealing with. All of the nations had a goal to see who get there first. That's what you're dealing with. And now they've combined these world powers together. And so now this is nothing but just a vehicle that you got to understand. And you can't understand it by denying that it exists.
Now watch this vehicle, right? Now you watch all them world powers come together, right? Now you see this powerful black brother to your right, and you see this powerful black brother right in front of you. These black powerful bodies are coming together in a mighty way where you're going to watch every black face that's watching this video that knows these two black faces, that knows these lives, that knows these stories, that knows the histories that built the men that's speaking in front of you right now. You can watch these men actually put these 10 toes down on this ground, and I want to see other men follow suit and do the same thing, bro, because nothing happens without some change, bro. And change don't happen until you become that, right? You see what this brother been doing consistently, bro? Do you know what I originally know this man from? It was not from doing this right here. It was not from doing this right here. And I guarantee you, it was not from what I'm doing right now either, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if whether it be through boxing, whether it be through fitness, whether it be through educating and enlightening our people, we're going to be more than just a change, more than just a talker, more than just a doer. We're going to create more doers, right? That's the real change, right? When you can make other people follow that change and then follow suit, and then they create another bit. You know what I'm talking about? So we go reverse this domino effect from, instead of us knocking all of our own down, we go start building one another up. You know what I'm saying? So if you know anybody that needs somebody, tell them to reach out. You hear me? Because that's what we here for. We here to lift you up, pick you up, dust you off, give you whatever game you need to have. And if you want to start a business, we're going to help you do that. We ain't here to just be nobody else's workers, bro. We are real life kings, and that crown deserves to be on your head, not on no chain, my brother. That's how we coming.
This is the year of the 7, and y'all understand it. It's universal information. You got to get in tune with the planet. You got to understand the solar system, the numbers, the zodiac. All of that is pieces to a puzzle. So what the guy's saying is the energy is in the favor of the gods. The energy is back in the favor of the true gods of this planet. And so we have to capitalize on these moments. This is the age of Aquarius. That means you got, for the next almost 2,000 years, nothing but heavy information is going to hit this planet. We got to decide what we're going to do with it. That's the only option. We got to decide what we're going to do with it. I want to get, watch this.
Decipher, mobilize, execute. Understand yourself. Understand your fellow man. I learned first, my first cure to racism within myself was having a conversation with a white man. I hated what I didn't understand. Same thing with that man. He hated what he never understood. He hated what he never even considered to ask, right? I had a conversation with a white man, and then I had another conversation, and another conversation, and another conversation. And now I have white friends, right? And then that's the trigger word to black people that's speaking about racism, because they think that you should hate all people. No, I hate bigots. I hate people that hate people, right? You can dislike a person. You can dislike types of people, but you don't find it in your spirit to hate anything, bro. That's like trying to poison something else, but drinking it yourself. It does you no good. So outside of the energies, outside of the spirits, I want you to understand as a human being, you have a duty to other human beings, not just the people that you birthed or the people that you share blood with or the people that you look like, right? Because as a Black king, it's my duty to show a white person every time they see my face what a caring, loving Black man looks like. Because they think I'm supposed to be a warrior, scary Shaka Zulu, I'm going to kill you. No, I'm going to have an intelligent conversation with you and show you that I have sensibilities. I have a humane side that you don't understand that we embody, right? So every single time I meet a person of a less than African descent, I bask in those moments to show those people what a Black king looks like today. Especially a 6'8" one that got the ears looking like, oh, do you play basketball? No, I play golf.
That's the first thing they say.
I'm a hockey player.
Do you play
I
basketball?
intentionally name a sport they think I don't know, and I have very vast knowledge of every sport. So when they ask me about a handicap and all this about golf, when I'm talking about I'm a golfer, I know that language. When they ask me about how the way I hold the stick, I can show them that, and I know that language. I do not fake it, right? You read a book. A racist white man once told me, if you ever want to hide anything from a nigger, put it in the book. If that don't motivate you to start reading, I don't know what will. Because ever since then, I never stopped picking up books. And I want you to start picking up books, because that's the only way you're going to enlighten your brain outside of the world you've been told that you live in. You have to learn of the world that you're living in by your own experience. You can take our experience and feel as if you may relate, but it's not going to be yours, it's ours, right? Pick up a book and ask yourself, what world are you living in? And you come and have this conversation with us a couple of days from now, a week from now, a year from now, however much time you need to transpire for your experience to truly develop in such a way where you understand you are coloring, as a teacher once told me. You are blossoming, as if you're planted, you're flowering. You know what I'm saying? See yourself as that seed, and make sure you also see that flower come into a head as well.
I'm rocking with you. Now watch this. The Queen said to be ready to go to war. Absolutely, Queen. That's you got to be ready for that, because we are at war, and we got to understand that. But at the same time, like the guy said, and I say this all the time, my pro-Black will never be anti-white.
That part.
That's
say it again, God.
It ain't even necessary.
Say it again,
pro-Black
God.
would never be anti-white.
I want y'all to understand that, like, it's power within those words, because a lot of people are afraid to show pride in their own race for fear that they're going to offend their white friends. You should never let that hit you. I bet you they'll never stop having pride in they nothing about what they love about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever let nothing make you stop loving you. What the hell with your culture? What made you? We wouldn't be us without that black, green, and red. Not just red, white, and blue. Black, green, and red. Africana. You hear me? And I ain't talking about Wakanda. I'm talking about the real Africa. You hear me? Go ahead, talk your talk, God.
We good. Now what we gonna do is we gonna really kick it off. I was warming us up, but this really what we here for.
Yes, sir.
This what we here for. Wrong turn. This really what we here for. So now that cover is important, because when you break that cover down, you got two incidents off top where there was a mistaken driveway identity which turned into murder. Now, y'all gotta peep a lot of the play and see. I don't know what I be doing, but I know it's something I be doing, Corey, because it's a couple slides missing that I tried to send you. But I really wanted y'all to see the grandchild of so this is the guy who shot the young brother right here. His name is he's a 28-year-old. Wait, hold on. No, I don't want the one of his grandson. I just want y'all to see his picture. This the guy right here. But now let's go back to the article for a second. Hold on. My fault, y'all. I can't see shit on this Yes, it's something. I probably sent it. A lot of times I be trying to send him stuff. I be driving and I send it to my damn self. Cause I send myself a lot of emails, bro. And he be like, I ain't get it. And I go in there and I see I sent it all to you and shit. So that's probably what I did, y'all. Cause it's a bunch of slides missing. But what I'm trying to what I want y'all to see is the grandson. See, we gotta learn how to. When I be going on Clubhouse, shouts out to CNB. Y'all know that's my family, man. When I be going on Clubhouse, y'all, New Jack City room on Clubhouse. It's the poppin'est room on Clubhouse. Tell them General said so. Now, we was having a discussion, and a lot of times it be seeming like I'm the guy that's always looking for a play where it might not be one. But I like to think I'm just not. I call us service dwellers the way we think. Anything where you got to really do some digging, we ain't with it. We want everything to just be laid out so we could say, oh, that's common sense, that's obvious. But what about the shit that ain't obvious? So here's how my mind works. So you got this young man who's 17 years old. He going to a friend's house to pick up his twin brothers. He pull up into the driveway, knock on the door. An old Army vet blast through the door. Now, his grandson come through and say, Grandpa got these racist tendencies and he be saying a little racist shit, right? But the grandson got cornrows. So the white kid with the cornrows going all the way to the back. So they picked the grandson, they put the cornrows on him, and then he gonna stand up on TV and tell you that grandpa's a racist because you can relate to that. And the article keeps saying white man shot black kid. Now, what happened? He got right out. He was locked up for 2 hours. He got free. Now, the next day, the little white girl gets shot. They charge him instantly. So they're showing you that you can kill a black kid and you can get right out. You kill a little white kid, we hitting your ass with a murder rap right away. But now, the little white girl, mysteriously, the boy went to go pick up his brothers, and he didn't have his phone. He apparently had left his phone. So he couldn't call. And then the little white kids was in a rural area, and they didn't have any service. So you got another incident where they go to the wrong address and mysteriously can't use their phone to make sure. And both of them end up getting shot. Now, the second incident has got 2 carloads full of kids. The boyfriend is driving. The old man starts blasting and hit the passenger, the girlfriend. Don't hit the driver and don't hit nobody else, but just this one girl. See, I don't know how y'all brain work, but my brain work a little different. Cause you got the see, I hate when I be losing stuff. My apologies, y'all. Y'all just gonna have to look it up yourself, because I don't know what I did with them damn clips. But you got a clip when President Biden tweeted to the little boy, and he said, no parent should have to live in fear for their child for this to happen to him. And then he said, when you get it better, you're welcome to come to the house, to the White House. He ain't said a motherfucking thing about this white boy that just got out, though. So we got an issue. We're going to sit here and tell the mother, you shouldn't have, I'm the president of the fucking United States. And I'm going to tell the mother, you shouldn't have to experience this. Full well knowing the culprit got out and didn't get charged. 2 hours after the incident, he was released with no charges.
Hey, question though, right? Could he have legally made him be held liable though? I mean, like he's like at a complete different separation of law of state. You know what I'm saying? He's like the law of country, but versus the law of city. So it's like when we know how the way the law works, we got police that police the city, we got the state police that police the state, we got the feds that police. You know what I'm saying? So, like, on what level could he have, like, realistically just said, you know what, charge him? Could that have been the case?
Well, no, it doesn't move like that. But if it make it to the president's doorstep, that's a national disaster.
For sure.
Anytime it's a national disaster, the president takes precedent over what happens.
Big facts.
So in a national disaster, I could step in. Now, I can't go to dude's house as the president and be like, what you doing? But once it hit my doorstep and it make national news, I can take action. Because now I'm working for the American people.
But now, what is his options though? Like, what can he actually do though? Because I'm curious to know. Like I've always felt like that, especially back in like Obama was the president and black people was getting killed left and right by cops. I'm like, bro, like at what point Obama just can be like, all right, all y'all fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's they power even like pulled away from them to where they can't overstep? Because I believe, and then this just from me just watching movies. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no expert, but just from like, there's been time where like they had to try to like presidents try to call in and demand that state governors do specific things, and the governors deny the president what the president said. Like, what was that one where the governor was? Matter of fact, some of the schools where desegregation was put in, but the government was going against it. You know what I'm saying? Making the schools stay segregated, even though, you know what I'm saying, they had put in a law for it to become desegregated. You know what I'm saying?
Right. See, I see what you're saying. And so now, this is really a game we play. For sure. So like, I got a company, right? Now, I hire you because you, like you say, you 6'8", you forceful. Now, I could be somebody who's not that. I'm not that guy. But I know how to run the company, but I don't know how to inspire men to do what they're supposed to do.
Indeed.
That's what I hire you for. So now, when you go around the company and you saying it go like this, that, and the third, it's people's opinion. They dealing with you, but they dealing with me. So any event that something happens that I don't want to, like say I want you to do something, but I don't want it to look bad on my end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the order, but I'm going to remove myself from it. So now I say this to put it in the hands of the president. Here's what you can do. If your police precinct is allowing a murder to go down and you're handling it illegally, I can't do nothing to the officers, but I could put your precinct. I can let it go down the pipe. Like, hold on. We need to know what's going on over there. Now, once that investigation comes,
like an inquiry for an inquiry.
Yeah. Now that is a sick. Now I'm making it sound simple, but when the president say, "Look into your little bitty ass precinct," bro, it's nothing on this planet you want less than that. He's got the power to say, what the fuck is that?
Well, he can put more pressure upon the police presence, you know what I'm saying, for them to actually do more than what they're actually doing.
In that particular instance, we got a national disaster, and I feel like it's racially motivated. As the president, I could step in and stop that. That's a racially motivated. A young black kid got gunned down by a white dude. If I'm as the president, if I see that as a racist national incident, I can step in and say something about that.
You know what's unfortunate, though? I feel like in this country, though, things like that are becoming investment opportunities for politicians to use as like a hot topic for them to, know what I'm saying, try to get their next campaign or next, you know what I'm saying, thing that they're trying to push by using that. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a second.
No, for sure.
Give me a second. You cooking, guy. So here's what we saying though, because the guy just hit a note right there. So we got to do both sides of this. So if I say, hypothetically speaking, if I say, I think there's a play here, I would do y'all no justice unless I could tell you what I thought the play was. So I think there's a play here. Now, I happen to look into mass shootings. And the article was from 4 days ago. It's been record-breaking number of mass shootings up to this current moment in the United States. And a matter of fact, damn, I'm gonna kill my screen if I look it up. Hey, we're gonna do this. Do me a favor, Google how many mass shootings in the US this year. It's gonna pop right up. I don't want to misquote it. I think I know the number. I almost want to misquote it. So now we got a record-breaking.
Camera sideways.
Yeah, that's why I told you had to start it over. Yeah,
I do that, man.
Yeah, it's all good. It ain't gonna That's why I started over, because I did a whole show like that before. And I tried to watch it. It was me and the general too. I went back and watched that and watched it like this. I'm like, oh no. So
good luck at you, Jay.
So now, you see it up there, guy?
Yeah, give me the individuals. Let me try to find a total.
I seen. Is it 17? I think it was 17. Total number of mass shootings. So now, if you got the last time we had a mass shooting, we dug into it and we found out that just coincidentally, the black man who invented a car that don't need gas happened to be one of the victims of this mass shooting. Every time there's a mass shooting, we mysteriously find out somebody important happened to be in it. When the Malaysian airline disappeared mysteriously, we still never found the Malaysian airline, but we did find out that the guy who had the patent for HIV/AIDS was on that plane. And we did find out that after the plane went down, either the Rothschild or the Rockefeller brother took over that patent. So we're not gonna sit here and act like it don't be something up under something. So now you got a shooting, these mass shootings, and what do they keep talking about after every mass shooting? They said we gotta do something about guns, gun control in America. Gun control, gun control, gun control.
Hey, let me cut in, right? Before I ever heard any politician ever mention gun control, I rarely saw guns on the streets. After I heard gun control, I saw an abundance of guns on the street, and not just an abundance of guns, bro. I'm talking about military weapons, though, like shit that ain't no kids supposed to be shooting, but like you got kids out here with big stupid ass guns, and they can barely even hold them up, bro. Like they just riding around, posting on Snapchat. You feel me? Like, bro, that's what the new norm is now. Like when I was young, bro, up to like 18 years old, you still was good with a good knuckle sandwich. You feel me? You feel me? You gonna still like knuckle up. You feel me? But like soon 19, 20 came around, it was like, okay, now everybody got a gun. You feel me? And it started off with just pistols and snub noses. You feel me? Like if you was lucky, you probably got a Mac or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Now you got, bro, it's like you got a mop stick. You know what I'm saying? You feel like it's and honestly, like that's really like my biggest push. Like I got a nephew, bro. I recall that little boy was being 2 years old, a little dog. You know what I'm saying? I used to babysit him at 16 years old, bro. Now he running around, running the street, just got out of prison. You feel me? All his homies walk around the same way. So it's like, I never want that for him, his homies. You feel me? None of my homies' kids, bro. Like all my homies' kids, my nephew age now. You feel me? Like we was 16, 18, you know what I'm saying? Having kids. Now we 35, you know what I'm saying? Our kids 16, 18 now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to see people that I grew up with start burying their own kids, bro, because they kids trying to live how the way we was doing. We just, you feel me? Fist though. You feel me? We wasn't like that, man. You feel me? Like
the Queen said, year of the chariot. I don't know what that means, but I believe you, Queen.
This article says there's been 160 mass shootings in the U.S. so far this year.
Okay.
Wow.
100.
Bro, it's only 4 months in.
That includes Nashville.
It's only 4 months in. He said 160 mass shootings, and it's only 4 months in.
Now check this out: 160 mass shootings.
That's sad, bro.
And it's only 4. It's just January, February, March, April.
April 25th to be exact.
April. So now, why? See, we surface dwellers. Let's deal with the meat and potatoes. Why? Why these mass shootings? And how overnight did everybody get an assault rifle?
I swear, like that's the thing that blows my top, bro. Like you got to think, when I was a kid, bro, it was hard to have a pistol. You feel me? Like to try to sneak around in your book bag or on your clothes or on your person, a pistol. Bro, you got kids walk around with.
But watch this though. You ain't even got to sneak.
High schoolers, bro.
You ain't even got to sneak no more.
Just
like the guy just said, They're on social media. Watch this though. Watch this. They're on social
No
media.
more high schoolers with
Big
guns and grown
choppers,
men.
banana
For
clips.
real.
All of your favorite rappers
real.
is on social media showing big dumbass clips, big
And
ass
all the
choppers.
kids wanna replicate that
Nobody's
shit.
going to jail. The only people in trouble is Young Thug and them. Meanwhile, everybody and their mama
Facts.
got big ass
Facts.
choppers all over
Facts.
social media.
Bro, listen, you got
Why?
you got new kids that's trying to bubble in rap, and they feel like the motto and the mode to follow is Chief Keef video. I'm gonna have all my homies behind me, just one camera, and all of us go point our guns at the camera as we rap about nothing but just pointing guns and shooting guns. Like, bro, when ain't nobody in the whole room shot near one of them guns though. But everybody want to hold them. Everybody want to jump around, bounce around, take their shirt off. Bro, y'all 120 pounds wet with rocks in y'all pocket. When you go to jail, bro, you feel me? Ain't no pistols in there. You feel me? And all them grown men, you talking all that rah-rah, gonna see what that jaw like. Now what you doing? You crying, calling your mama, thinking that they about to save you, bro, when your mama can't save you from none of that. You got to live with all that rah-rah. You just dealt into your own life, bro, because you want to try to be like King Von, NBA Youngboy, Lil Durk, Lil Baby, like Shorty. Live your life.
But why?
Live your... Let's you understand. It's a bigger system, bro. Like the music industry is just one part of that same, and keyword we're going back to, infrastructure I'm telling you about. If you thought for a second that they gonna give Lil Baby or Lil Durk 130 or 200 million to rap about what? To be good black men? Hell no. Keep telling their ass keep selling dope. Keep telling their ass keep a 30 clip. Keep making their ass think that all this jewelry is what they really need to go get instead of some land, instead of some knowledge, instead of some real life change you can put into your community with 100 and 200 million. You feel me? Like they not thinking about that when they can post to y'all and show y'all that, oh man, I'm in Bora Bora on a yacht with 9 bad bitches, smoking Zai with all this jewelry on. You're like, bro, do you understand how the way every kid see that? Like, oh, I can't wait. On my birthday, I'm gonna go rent a yacht. You just spent your last $2,500. You can't even pay your fucking rent. You living it with your mama, but you want to go on a yacht in Miami and look rich for what? And you broke. Fuck up our whole culture is living like that.
You just said why though. Infrastructure.
That infrastructure.
The way it's set up for you to do that.
And
it's
guess
set
what?
up for you
Instagram is the biggest money maker to make sure that you stay locked in being a dumbass.
It's set up for you to see these things. It's set up for you to desire them.
Facts.
It's set up for you to believe that
Facts.
this is what it's all about.
Facts.
Why? Because this is a war. And in all wars, one of your most powerful tools is what? Disinformation. So you tell them, you make sure you leak on the walkie-talkie that the coordinates is 180 east over that way, when really you going 130 west over that way. This is called disinformation. So when you see that the music industry and this whole what we call black culture is synonymous with self-hate, hating your women, and when we talking about all of these guns that you see them flashing, you just got to think about the psychology. You could watch 100 rap videos today and count however many guns you count. And there's something I could guarantee you without even knowing which videos you watch. Not one bullet is directed towards a white man. Mentally in their mind, every gun and every bullet in this video I will use on a black body. They're not even thinking about white people.
Hey, General, you know what's even more powerful, but besides not using that towards the quote unquote enemy that most of us see, I want you to more so emphasize on this one, right? And that's this one I really need every black voice and mind and heart to hear and feel and do something behind it. Our black women, bro, we gotta do better about protecting our black women. Do you know how many black men are out here right now with a thought in their brain that, oh, I don't want no black woman because all she do is scream, get on my nerve. Bro, listen, bro. That because you dealing with a woman trying to expect you to change, that wants you to change, and you refuse to. A woman go only nag and fight with you if they want to see some change in you. If that woman don't want to see nothing out of you and don't see nothing in you, she ain't gonna say nothing to you. She gonna leave your ass where the fuck you at. And I'm learning more and more as I live on this earth that it ain't enough of us protecting our black women that ain't our women. They don't have to be our sisters. They don't have to be our women. They don't have to be our cousins. They don't have to be women that we actually know. Anytime you see another black woman and that woman not being respected, that woman not being protected in that space, speak up. You ain't got to put yourself in no lose your life situation, but you speak up and be accounted for, bro. Like, I feel like way too many men operating on a real wimp, simp-like ass mentality, bro. And we go change that, bro. Like, I need all black men to like stand the fuck up, bro. All that, man. That's David Buddy in a minute, man. If you know Buddy, check Buddy. Buddy should be talked to. Buddy should be hollering at. Ain't nobody bigger than law. You hear me? And all I know is, as men, bro, we can't keep sitting back knowing that simp shit going on and not speaking to the simps that's acting in that manner. Because I don't know about y'all, but I inbox a lot of people about a lot of topics, bro. And I don't disclose nobody else's personal business. But when it's not proper, bro, I go holler at them folk like, hey, what you doing? You tripping, bro. You tripping, bro. Don't even do that. They ain't gotta be my family member. Ain't gotta be none of my people. But if you going too hard, losing your top over a female, bro, you gotta at the end of the day respect that female, because that's still a female, bro. I grew up in a time where you would get punched in your mouth, you call a woman a bitch. You got punched in your mouth, and they didn't care who your family was, they didn't care how tough you was. You gonna get hit in your shit, and you have to honor that, because you don't disrespect black women like that, bro. And I feel like we as men, we need to do better as that. All men, not just black men, but all men. And I don't just mean just black women, but all women as well, though, because a lot of us having kids with these women and having these biracial kids, you got to show your child you respect that woman and all women that look like that woman. Because otherwise, your child will feel at any given moment you have an exception and you think that one okay, your child will repeat what you let them see, not what you're talking about. What did you do? You didn't repeat what your parents told you. You did what the hell you saw them do. Am I lying?
And we was you cooking, oh God, because this was last week's topic. So we went heavy on this last week. And I was talking about like I showed a clip of the two queens got into a fight at Popeyes, and it was a worker against a customer, and the worker, she was whooping on that girl bad. But you got 4 black men standing there with their camera phones watching. She got her clothes whipped off, her wig snatched out. She was getting handled, stomped and everything. And 4 black men standing there with their camera phones out.
Clown shit.
And so, like, you ain't wrong for what you're saying. What we have to understand is it don't stop there. It's the same thing we was dealing with when we was on this side of the coin.
Okay.
It's the system, because you have accepted a culture that tells you these hoes ain't loyal. You've accepted a culture that tells you bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You accepted a culture that told you supposed to ride around and get head in the whip while you're sipping on scissor, and if she ain't got a fat butt, then she don't matter. See, you've accepted that as a way of thinking, as a way of living, and it's right by you. It's so right that the women have even accepted it. You say, that's my bitch. She okay with that. They have accepted it because it's been, but the problem is this right here. What you call Black culture, there's not one black person in control of it. There lies the problem. So you've submitted to something that is allegedly for your people, but it wasn't constructed by your people. So that's basically, you got off the slave ship and got into a slave car.
Let me fuck with you one time. Let me repeat this. Now imagine, for all the hustlers and rich folks out there, right? Imagine your plug with the KKK.
That's where we at with it.
Imagine it though. Imagine all the dollars, all the Benzes, all the big stacks you can hold up to your face, that designer you rocking, that good splat you done sprayed on yourself, that all came off the KKK being your plug. Imagine that. Then imagine, like, when you go play whatever you play, imagine that it's the KKK that put that on your radio. You feel me? That's what the general trying to break to y'all, bro. He ain't trying to, like, make y'all understand or think that everybody is racist. When I'm telling you about the infrastructure, I'm telling you, don't see a color. Don't see a person. Understand it's a system in place, right? And then you got to understand what the general is saying, that, bro, they're handing everything you can think of, even from the food that we buy at the grocery store. If you eat overly processed foods, just know that they are intentionally trying to put cancer in your body. Just know that. Just know that. I'm a personal trainer. I'm telling you this because I learned this. I sought out this knowledge, right? If you eat overly processed foods, you can go look on the back of a White Castle box right now. It's gonna tell you this food causes cancer. Period. Not no trigger warning, no hot topics, none of that. This is a fact. So, like, same thing with you microwaving hot dogs. Like, it's gonna cause cancer. Like, you can Google these facts. These are not just onion droppers. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to really, like, be willing to do the beauty of this right here. Open up a book. That man said that we think that all bitches are hoes and tricks because of what? Music, right? But when you open up a book, Langston Hughes told you a black woman is the greatest gift to man's entire being, bro. Let me expand upon that. Maya Angelou said that a black woman is phenomenally made. Do you understand that? I'm searching at the high end for a phenomenal woman that's made phenomenally. You hear me? They are here. They have all shape, colors, and fashions. I believe that we as black men need to do better with protecting them and making sure that they're not abused and overused and misused. You feel me? So on that note, I'm gonna let the general, you know what I'm saying, expand upon it some more, because I feel as if there's nothing greater than our leaders and our elders passing on wisdom to the youth on how to treat a woman. Like, we be quick to talk about what you do to your car, what you do to make some money, what you do as a father, but I don't think it's enough conversations being had anymore by men about how you properly treat your woman, because a lot of us okay with half-ass and how you treat your woman. I think that that's some sucker shit, because now you're making it easy for another man to come take your place. You feel me? Think about that.
Well, you're dealing with I'm trying to say this the right way. Your culture comes from this is a Greco-Roman culture. You're under the rule of Greco-Romans. So everybody who watch me on a regular basis, you know, we dive into this. When you're dealing with the Greco-Romans, you're dealing with heavy homosexuality and pedophilia. Not because it's my opinion, it's part of their culture. Go look at it. You can look at the paintings, look at the sculptures. It's all pedophilia, homosexuality. So that's not where I give a fuck about it. It just is what it is. So when you understand that, it just adds credence to who you're dealing with. So now watch this. We all know the racist backlash to The Little Mermaid and Lord of the Rings is exhausting. Now that's old news, but I brought that so we could bring this. Netflix accused blackwashing docudrama Queen Cleopatra. So now Netflix is suing because they made Cleopatra biracial, made her black. So Egyptian lawyer is suing Netflix for the false portrayal of Cleopatra. First of all, before we even get into whether they're right or wrong, did y'all hear what I said? This white boy been lying about who the fuck we is for 100 years in cinema. One time, now he want to sue? Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, man, y'all about to get this man started in here, man. Bro. Y'all about to get this man started in here, man.
Bro, these son of a bitches been lying for 100 years. 100 years. 75 fucking years of cinema. They been lying about who the fuck they is. Now you got one time. And they suing, bro. Suing?
This is an outcry.
Man, suing, bro.
This is absurd. How dare they?
Man, look. Now.
My man said, I'm appalled.
They appalled. Appalled.
I'm appalled. They had the audacity to make Cleopatra a darkie.
but we had to endure 2 fucking hours the guys in Egypt with one nigga.
Bro! That hurt you too? Oh my God, bro. I'm like, how long? Christian Bale, Moses? They made Christian Bale Moses, bro? I was like, wow. Listen. If they say anything about Little Mermaid, about any other color, when I watch God's, bro,
God, hold on.
God's even hurt my heart, bro. And you know what's crazy though? I still watched it like it's a good movie, but I'm like, why they couldn't let Eddie Murphy play Moses?
I watched it for the special effects. I didn't like shit about the goddamn movie.
Bale.
And then
Moses.
They got one thing right though. They had one brother in there, and he just happened to be the smartest nigga in existence. All right, I'll take that. They don't tell you the truth. He was the keeper of all information, and he was the smartest person in existence. Well, y'all got something right in the goddamn movie. But you sued? Now, here's the thing. They ain't necessarily wrong when you get to the nitty-gritty. Because what they got pissed about is Egyptian realistically means Middle Eastern. Now, I know y'all are of the mind that Egyptian is black folks like my black ass, but not really. Egyptian, because Egypt is later. Kemet is the real deal. By the time it becomes Egypt, that's a white boy name, and the biracial people was in there by then. Arab is nothing but a Persian and a Greco-Roman mix. It's a biracial. So since white boys can't stay in that hot ass sun, they created a race of people that could. Simple. But now, for you to sue, and now what they want to do is you got Jada Pinkett, who put the black woman in that seat. You didn't even know the show was coming out. You show me somebody who knew that goddamn show was coming out before they got mad that she had a black woman cast. Y'all didn't know that shit was coming out.
What show is that?
See, we don't even know.
Yeah, I'm
that's
trying
my
to catch
point.
up. I'm like, what show is that?
She got a show coming out with Cleopatra in it, and they made Cleopatra black. And white folks lost their fucking mind. But they did the same thing for the Little Mermaid. And they did the same thing for the Lord of the Rings.
Man, they did the same thing about Spider-Man. They made Spider-Man a Mexican. They still flipped out about that. But they made a man Miles Morales. That's the whole Mexican. Why is y'all mad? Y'all at least you gonna let niggas have something. At least get the Mexicans something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all forever trying to make them feel like they didn't broke it to the damn country. They didn't help build this motherfucker. You feel me? Shit, I love Mexican shit. My life ain't right without a taco. Yeah. And I don't mean no offense, but shit. My Mexican homies don't know what's going on. Shout out to my homie Juan and all them. You feel me? And
you gotta.
Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way.
These people crazy, bro.
Ain't no way.
But I can't even get it out, man. These people crazy. So, but this is the thing right here, though. Realistically, we sitting here tripping on them. They're doing what you're supposed to do. Y'all didn't expect me to say that. The Arab who's suing for the misrepresentation of his people, that's what the fuck you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. We sit down, we watch them falsely portray us, and we don't do shit but sit on the couch, bitch about it, and post on social media.
I'm gonna say, make a post on social media about it.
Put your bag where your attitude at and make them stop. You ain't with that though. You rather spend your money on them new rims and big booty girl you can't remember her name.
Oh no, or the one that don't remember your name.
Either or. Either or. Yeah. I'm with
Boy, you say your ass as Tuesday. Buddy with the dreads.
Right. And that's literally your name in her phone, Buddy with the dreads. When dude asks her who it is, she talking about that's my hairdresser.
What? You Amanda to your man. That's Amanda. Amanda.
Amanda.
Duh.
That was a good one. That was a good one. But this the thing though. So we could get mad at them, but realistically, that's what you're supposed to do. Now, you're supposed to put pressure on them people. When that Asian boy killed the black kid and he had that big ass bail, he didn't stay in jail 72 hours. The Asian community got his ass up out of there. You can get mad if you want, call him racist, swear, do all the fuck you want to. They grabbed him and took his ass back home. That's what you're supposed to do.
Hey, and not post the Channel 3000 post when the motherfucker get locked up. You actually go crowdsource that shit and get them out. Not let everybody else know. Look who locked up, y'all. Look what he did, y'all. Hey, come on, man.
And
it's like we be happy to see one another locked up or something. Like, what the fuck is that about? Wait, what is you sharing that for? Like, bro, you know that man personally. Why are you sharing and let everybody know? Look, he locked up, y'all. Look at him. Like, come on, man. That's goofy shit. How about you go set a barbecue for the nigga? You know what I'm saying? Make sure his mama ain't got to get put out. Make sure his kids ain't got to get put out. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually do something to make a difference instead of just sitting there just passing on gossip. Everybody knows some bullshit going on.
And so, peace to the queen. And so, if we're gonna open up that door, it's the same thing with standing around with your camera phone out. So what we could easily do is sit here and without me and the guy saying anything, you could pretend that you didn't know 90% of the shit we talked about today. You could pretend that you didn't know that the black woman was under attack. You could pretend that you don't know that our kids are in danger. You could pretend all of this shit.
What we here for you, Jay.
But what's the reality? You got eyes, you see the same shit we see. You're making a conscious decision not to do nothing but run your freaking mouth. Get up. Yeah, you know what you wait for? You wait for white folks to piss you off. Then you could take your ass to Walmart and you go, hold on for a second. You get you some signs and some magic markers and get you some construction paper and then write you some cute little signs to get outside and start telling white folks you mad at them. That's what you're waiting for.
That or they waiting on everybody else to do it so they can follow the trend. Because Lord knows that people love following trends.
And the trend is get you some magic markers, some signs, and get your ass outside and tell white people you're upset. As if they don't know they pissed you off, so you got to remind them. How about this? How about we just get up, get off our ass, and start walking through our communities on a regular. Don't wait for them to do shit. Let our presence be felt in black communities every single week. What's wrong with that?
Hey, so okay, hey, peep, Jonah. So on that note, right? I want y'all to understand something. If I pop up at your door, know that we just warned you that this is what type of time we on. That's what he doing. That's what I'm gonna do. And you ain't gotta never see us side by side because it's gonna happen regardless. No matter where I go, no matter where I'm at, I'm gonna make sure every person in this city know my first name, last name, know my purpose, know why I'm in their door. I'm not just sitting there to talk to y'all, bro. I'm there to let y'all know anything y'all need done, we about to get it done together. Because I never seen a city be together as Madison once was when I first got here. Like, this city was like a little weird little family where everybody knew people by their first name, last name. This city ain't like that no more. My kids, they deserve to live in that city, the city that I came to originally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to do everything in my power, you know what I'm saying, to knock on a couple of doors. If I got to knock on a couple of heads, I'm going to do that too. But nevertheless, though, it's some change on the way, and I hope y'all hear it coming. You hear me? Because I'm at your door. You hear me?
Yes.
Knocking.
Yes,
you hear
yes.
me?
And
no help needed.
He gonna knock. I'm just gonna be standing there with an arm full of black t-shirts. He gonna knock. When you open the door, I'm gonna have black t-shirts. I ask you what your size is.
What size you need, man? Let's get it.
You hear me? All black on and get out here in these communities. Debo, ain't no sense of you talking about because you're supposed to have all black on 4 goddamn months ago. Yes, I'm snitching publicly. Because I told everybody publicly. Yeah. He told me before he left. When he came home, he was putting on all black. The day you came home, you was on this live. You told us you was coming, and I still ain't seen you.
Yeah, you see, I ain't been back back in the city, not even 10 hours. Boy, I'm fresh off the plane.
I ain't
Fresh off
seen
that
it.
plane.
This is
That
what
plane.
it is right now because it ain't gonna get done just talking about it. We're gonna have to get up and get busy.
I stand on business. Y'all knew that.
We gonna have to get up and get busy. No more black
Y'all
bodies.
know I stand on business. You know that. The realest story I ever heard. You know I stand on business, Deacon Brown. Tell these folk. I'll let the congregation say my testimony. But I love y'all. I love y'all. I want you to know that when you see me, I love you first. But no, I'm knocking on them doors. We building up our youth, our families. You know, that's what we on.
Black Wall Street, Zone 1, CMB in the building.
You better know that.
CMB in the building.
Be Great Fitness Family is here to let y'all know I ain't here just for a workout. I'm about to work the whole city out. I'm gonna work your kids out. I'm gonna work your grandma out. Work your babies out. You got some little chubby babies, bring their little ass too. We're working them out too.
We want the chubby babies.
That's my goal. I want the chubby babies. Bring your chubby baby to me. Be Great Fitness. We working out chubby babies. We're working out grandma, auntie, everybody. Everybody come work out for free. No money down. I don't want nothing from you. Work your ass out for a whole hour. Give you the best workout you ever had. And then you'll come back tomorrow and do it again. And then the next day after that, you go do it again. You hear me? That's how we bumming. You hear me? When I get done, the president go send me a check. I don't want nothing from you people. Y'all doing an amazing job helping this city be better. You hear me? And I'm gonna do everything in my power to help it be great. You hear me?
The free workout is beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what we on, man. That's what we on, man.
Beautiful time.
I don't want nothing from y'all. I just want to help y'all be healthy. I want to help y'all be great. You hear me?
We need more black people interested in just their body health. You know, health as well. We need black people interested in health. For free. I haven't had meat in about 4 years.
Damn, God. 4 years though?
I haven't had meat in about 4 years.
Y'all think y'all can do that? 4 years, no meat? 4 years, no meat. And 4 years though. I'm talking about chicken, steak, salmon. The man said all meat.
No meat. My queens will tell you I eat catfish. That's the only meat you're getting in me. Catfish.
He snuck that one in on me. I'm like, nigga, I can do salmon.
I do fish. I do fish.
Technically, I honestly like the more I lean towards being more healthier, the more when I eat, only fish make me feel healthy and solid. Everything else make me feel all groggy, like I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. Know if I got shit, fart, all that. Like
it's steroids and hormones and that shit. I got yes, it's at least 3
4 amazing years. My homie, 4 amazing years, 150 pounds lost. No meat.
There you go.
Girl, I love you, Big Kelly. I love you. You ain't even Big Kelly. You Big Sexy Kelly, girl.
I lost 40.
You still married?
I lost 40 the first 6 months. I lost 40 just like that, and then I'm 80 pounds down from what I was.
Really?
No, 60 pounds.
Yeah, because you definitely were you chunky as hell though.
Yeah, I was 5X.
Hey, I want y'all to understand something, bro. It's amazing what fitness can do for your body. Now, my homie Kelly in the journal, they let me go. I'm a person where I bank, y'all ain't gonna like this. I tell them, eat what you want. But when you come to me though, you gonna work it off though, gang. You feel me? And I don't mean like no boot camp type shit, but you gonna really like sweat within 15 minutes. You ain't wet, you ain't working with me. You feel me? 15 minutes you wet, 30 minutes, solid workout, 45, go home. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need a whole hour. I'm gonna talk to you for 15 minutes, then you go home. You feel me? So that's what type of time we on. You know what I'm saying? The general then brought me up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the lion's den. You feel me? I'm feeling motivated. I'm fired up. You feel me? You see this goat hat on. You hear me? You gotta live up to that title. You just can't be wearing shit and be no sucker wearing no title like that. So I gotta really make sure I'm really the greatest at all I do. You feel me? Not just on no workout shit, but even at being a good human being. You feel me? Treating people in an amazing way. If I don't make you feel good, man, I ain't the nigga for you. You hear me? Yeah.
Nah, I'm just smashing. Now let's double back.
The general stingy as hell. He been crashing the whole time. Ain't gave a nigga a crumb.
Man, all you gotta do is reach for the bag, man.
Hey, what you would say? Choose your pick your poison.
Man, all you gotta do is reach for the bag, man. I probably got another one in the car, but you know,
pick your poison.
It's starting to kick in. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, you gotta tell me. I've been peeping your leg
that
change.
Motherfucker started to kick in.
Your leg just changed like 6 times in the whole show.
Yeah.
Oh, and lost cheated.
Yeah. But look though, this the one thing I want to get across though, is for we have to start paying attention to the plays. Like when you see, and I got shouts out to Free Game. He ain't in the building right now, but I gotta give a shout out to Free Game
for sure.
Because when we was talking about this topic in CMB, and he made the statement, and he was like, he told me about the little white girl who got killed the next day. I wasn't hip to that. So when I seen, and then he was like, don't you think it's something there? So Free Game had me look deeper and say, hey, it might be something there. And what I come up with is the same thing that's been going on with all of these incidents. They're trying to take our guns.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want. Because in the reason why I was trying to get this article, in the article from Joe Biden, in the tweet from Joe Biden, he made a statement where he said, after he said everything about inviting a young man to the Oval Office and all of that, then he finished it by saying, we got to get this gun problem under control. See, those are dog whistles. That's code talk. We got to get this code. So you ain't going to say nothing. Double back to what me and the guy was talking about. You ain't going to say nothing about the fucker that you let go, but you're going to make a statement in your tweet. We got to get gun control, this gun problem under control. How about people who shoot people, you keep them in fucking jail for a minute? How about that? That's how you could get the gun problem under control. You could not let out somebody who shot through the door and killed the innocent child a couple hours ago. 2 hours later, he was free. So they're not trying to, it's just like they telling you just say no to drugs when they the one trafficking it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're telling you we got to get the gun problem under control when we got eyewitness testimony is saying in major cities, they be leaving crates of guns on the train tracks.
Okay.
So,
I mean, the city of Chicago big for that. Hey, do you think randomly that those freight trains was just randomly just stopping in the hood for us to just pop them bitches? And every time you hit the brakes, it's always some most miraculous. How did you come across this ass shit in the brakes? I probably should just incriminate myself like that, but nevertheless, you get what I'm saying, though. You hear what I'm saying? That was the raw reality. Whenever you hit the brakes, man, listen, ain't no telling what you might come across. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, you got to start understanding like it's from a ulterior motive and a superior design. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean superior as in being better, but like more so towards the lights of that infrastructure I was speaking about earlier. How the way like it's a higher power that really wants to see our demise, to where like if we naturally not intentionally about not destroying ourselves, we'll walk right into it. You know what I'm saying? Almost like a cow being led to slaughter. You know what I'm saying? You go follow the next motherfucker, moo, and
we got proof because we seen the footage during COVID. We caught them trucks, them police, them unmarked police trucks pulling up
in Chicago
and dropping bricks. Remember, we seen the footage. Unmarked police cars was pulling up, and then they was taking cases of bricks out and sitting them out. And then randomly the rioters was just finding big ass stacks of bricks. Why would the police be leaving stacks of bricks out? See, these are the games that are being played with our people. So you leave guns out, you leave stacks of bricks out. Isn't that equivalent of, well, let's just say maybe, hey, flooding black communities with crack to fund a war in another country?
All the while show you a TV show by the name of Snowfall that shows you that entire infrastructure being laid from start to finish, only for you to laugh, find comical relief in it, and still walk right into that same path.
Literally showing you how they flooded America with the worst drug, crack. Now we sitting here like the guy said, we watching it, we loving it. I just watched it last night. We watching Snowfall left and right, or the night before last, whatever. We watching it left and right, but we not putting together. And I tell y'all all the time, people say, well, if that's what they really did, why would they tell us? So you got to understand there's a universal code. The way they're beating escaping karma is you can't call them liars when they tell you everything they do. It's up to you to be able to decipher it and what you do with the information. So if they're literally putting right in front of you on every movie channel, they're telling you what they do in every movie. And then you say, oh, it's just a movie. Okay, well, that's not their responsibility to make you believe what they just showed you. So when they're showing you in these movies what we did, this is how we got the crack all over the place. We use the CIA, government, Russian mafia, all this shit. We came together and we flooded your communities. Okay, well, And then at the same time, while they're flooding your communities, he go get his ugly ass Freddy Krueger looking fucking wife and start a Just Say No campaign. Nancy Reagan looked like Freddy. I'm sorry. Do you see how twisted that is for you to flood the country with drugs and create the anti-drug campaign? Same people.
It goes back to what the Queen was saying, where you create the problem, wait for the reaction, and provide your own solution.
The Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. Exactly what you just named. The Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. Create the problem, get the reaction, then you come to me for a solution to the problem I just created. Win-win. That's what you always dealing with when you're dealing with the people in this country or the people that run the country. So you're looking at mass shootings and somebody's orchestrating them for a design effect. What's the effect? To get the American citizens to say, hey, when are you going to protect us? We pay taxes for you to protect us. And we're not protected. If I could get gunned down at the supermarket, I could get gunned down at school. Y'all say education is the most important thing in the country. But if somebody can walk into a high school and shoot it up, then, education becomes the most dangerous thing in the country.
I feel like naturally they're going to find themselves a way to try to compartmentalize how people can go about owning guns. Like, you got to think they already started, you know what I'm saying, with New York having a handgun ban, and Chicago having their bans on handguns and other things of that nature. So they're trying to put these bylaws in places to where, you know, even if I can't say, okay, it's illegal for you to have a gun, but you got the wrong gun, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they put enough of those like little attempts to make it look like they're putting restraints on the firearms, when now they're steady restricting you from lower capacity shooting firearms to higher capacity, high magazine count firearms. You know what I'm saying? So like, at what point was that a positive? You're telling me, okay, we need firearm control, we need this and we need that, and what the powers that be do is, okay, I'll remove the handguns, because who use handguns? Who use handguns? Street guys. Most guys in the streets ain't running with no big ass AR and all this other something. So they can put all these restrictions up on street guys to where now you have street guys legally carrying big mop stick weapons, to where now they're forced to shoot and kill more than what they was with a gun that was going to carry a capacity of 5 or 6 or 17 or 11. Now you're carrying up a capacity of 30 or 50 to 100. You feel me?
And now let me piggyback off that, because that was dope. Now watch this. How did they get those big ass assault rifles? For the last 5 years, the number one way to get a firearm was to go to YouTube, order the parts, and put it together when you get it. That's what everybody's been doing. All of these choppers you see, those are put togethers.
Wow.
Yes. My people showed me how to do it. So you can literally, you could go on YouTube, you could Google
each separate part.
Each separate part, because it's not illegal. So I can order 3-4 parts to this address, 3-4 parts to that address, 3-4 parts to my address. Get the whole thing, and then I go on YouTube. YouTube would tell me how to put it together. So now, what they just did was a year ago, they put a ban on modified weapons. So first we got to flood the world with them, and then we say, hey, y'all can't have them.
And then also on top of that too, with this same free use and free availability of information, you got these same YouTube videos that will teach you how to modify your weapon. Even if you don't have a modified weapon, you can go to a YouTube video right now that will teach you how to modify your weapon. At the very least, it may be flagged by the feds for them to come see you, but it's still right there at your disposal to where you can just do it and still do what that modified weapon is going to have the worst result first, before they can come and lock you up about it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's not proactive, it's reactive. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the game we're going to continue to play. So now we could complain about what they doing till we blue in the face.
Even 3D print guns.
3D print guns. Man, look. And that's what I'm saying. So we could see these things and we can make reference to them. We can make complaints about them. But the first step is to understand what you're up against. That's what we do here every week. We lay the groundwork, the foundation. Everything needs a foundation. So I can't, if I invite you to my house to play Monopoly, and you never played before and I had the rule books, how many times you think you're going to win?
Never.
So black folks are literally playing the biggest game Monopoly, and we don't have access to the rules. So the first order of business to establish how the game is played before we can do anything is worthless to try to do anything when we don't even understand. Not only do we not understand how the game is played, we still have to be convinced that we're actually in a game.
Facts.
Once we do that, then we can move accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
But we're terrified to admit something simple. They got to jump on us. Mm-hmm. If me and the guy was in we was in a firefight, we would have, and we were walking and we get ambushed. Do we start the firefight and just say, hey, so what, we got ambushed? Or do we have to acknowledge, do we have to put our back against the wall and have a quick one? Like, okay, they got to jump on us. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got that covered. They got that covered. We're going to have to move. You have to establish what happened before you do anything. Mm-hmm. We can't just take off running like they shooting. Mm-hmm. The fuck good does that do?
Take inventory.
Where's the gunfire coming from? Is there anything that we can calculate real quick that could be helpful and beneficial? Mm-hmm. And we're not doing that. We're just reacting to whatever happens and hoping for the best.
I think that's a great key point that we should emphasize on, that it's not enough of us in this community that are strategic at all. Like, a lot of us just do shit just because we have a good feeling, or we want to have a good day, or somebody told us we should go here, so we just go, you know what I'm saying? But the older we get, we have to move like militant minded. Like, if you don't have a strategy about why you're doing what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be a purpose behind everything that we're doing in today's time. Otherwise, we wasting our time and we're not living up to our purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that whole strategy, if you don't know how to strategize, get with somebody that know how and allow them to teach you, because you have to have that type of mindset where you're able to pull yourself out of that current emotion, that current situation, and try to see out every single angle that could possibly give you the best possible outcome.
I had one more thing I had something else I wanted to show y'all too. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Let me see. Is this the right one? Okay, 28-year-old grandson also claimed Mr. Lester used to make disparaging comments about Black people, gay people, and immigrants, and kept a large number of firearms in his home, including rifles and handguns. Now, I'm gonna go back to that in a minute because it's important, but I want y'all to peep the play. Clint Ludwig told CNN that his grandfather has a history of making racist comments and an interest in QAnon level conspiracy theories. Well, a lot of it was like the QAnon level conspiracies of election denying, and he got really weird about some Fauci dogs, and I would push back on some of that stuff, and he couldn't handle being pushed back, and at a certain point we kind of lost touch, and I think it was more his choice than mine. So hold on. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna get out of there. Okay, so wait, is this the other one? No, I'm gonna get out of there. Okay, so now, are y'all peeping what's going on? This is how you can tell when somebody full of shit. So first you got the grandson who came with the French braids trying to pretend he was Black, and he's the one gonna vouch for granddad as a racist. And he's supposed to be believable because they put the cornrows in his head. So you got to watch how they do things. So they understand, as soon as we see the white boy with the cornrows, it disalarms us because we figure he must have some kind of encounter with Black people or he wouldn't have his hair like that. So he's the best person psychologically to vouch for granddad being racist because obviously he ain't. This is the general thought. You got to peep how they do shit. So now, here's the killer, how you can tell this is trash. His grandfather has a history of making racist comments and an interest in QAnon level conspiracies. Bro, we ain't heard QAnon in 3 years. QAnon ain't been relevant in this country in 3 years. Why the fuck is he even talking about granddad got an interest in QAnon conspiracies? Why? It makes granddad not credible. And then we can play this game, or we can get caught up in this game of, oh, now it's easier to believe he's a racist because he believes in QAnon. Those quackos. See, this is a setup, bro. Now, a lot of it was like the QAnon level conspiracies, election denying. See, they threw that in there. Like, we don't know they rigged the fucking election, but they're going to put that with the QAnon conspiracies because obviously if you believe the election was rigged, you got to be crazy. You see how they play. Now watch this. Election denying, and he got weird about some Fauci dogs. Now, we know Dr. Fauci, and we've since proven that he was a lying piece of shit, and he lied about everything during COVID. And he even recently, we got articles that said Dr. Fauci was wrong about COVID. So why in this article would they say QAnon level conspiracy of election denying, which we proved happened, and he got weird about some Fauci dogs? So two things that we know to be true. The elections got tampered with, and Dr. Fauci's a lying piece of shit. But in this article, the grandson with the cornrows, who we're supposed to trust, the reason why he don't trust granddad is because of those QAnon guys. This is a play, bro. I could guarantee you it's a play because this wording is trash. Nobody gives a fuck. Most people don't even remember what the fuck happened with QAnon.
Thanks.
They're not even a valued informational source in this country anymore. They're damn near dead. So why even bring them back up? Somebody wrote this. That boy didn't say this. And if he did, somebody told him to. This is trash. And Dr. Fauci, as I said, now, Dr. Fauci is the main one who was vouching for COVID and telling us to get the jab. Well, didn't we find out for the last couple months and that the jab wasn't right, and they're about to put a lawsuit against Pfizer for giving it to us? The dude who was responsible for Pfizer got killed. They came out and said the jab wasn't right, and we've been seeing people drop dead in all these sporting events. So we know Dr. Fauci's a fucking liar. So why is the grandson in this article vouching for Dr. Fauci? But he's got braids in his hair like he's black. See, this is the shit y'all supposed to be looking for when you get so emotional and caught up in your feelings instead of following the bouncing ball. That hairdo and those words don't fucking match. This is how you spot a liar. So right off top, after that right there, I could tell you this is a play. And if I go further and say, we haven't seen anybody get shot. We haven't seen anything. We heard what they said. We seen what they saw us. We didn't witness anything. And that's the part right there you have to pay attention to. In the world of cameras everywhere, you mean to tell me we got a war vet who's so paranoid he'd shoot through a door without finding out who was on the other side of it, but he doesn't have cameras at home? Hold on, let me run this back. We got a war vet who's so paranoid that he shoot through a door without knowing who's on the other side, but he doesn't have surveillance cameras up. Yeah, all right.
I mean, because naturally, what the hell would even like make him know that it's somebody that he don't know to shoot through? That's definitely a question I didn't even think about unless I heard about the situation even occurring, though.
You shoot through without finding out who you shoot at. Mm-hmm. That's somebody who's paranoid. You've been in a war. You're paranoid. You're 84. You live alone, but you don't got cameras up. I got cameras everywhere. I've never been to war.
As of right now, he still hasn't been charged.
No, they double back and charged him, and then he bonded out for $200K. Meanwhile, Buddy, who shot the white girl, book him, Dano. He's been charged with murder and some more shit. They charged him already.
But the white girl died?
Yep, white girl died. But whenever 2 + 2 doesn't turn into 4, somebody ain't adding right. If I'm so itchy on the trigger finger that I'm willing to shoot that quick, bro, I got cameras everywhere. So I don't have to shoot nobody. Or so I know exactly who I'm shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 84. I live alone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the war. All I got to do is tell my fancy ass grandson with the cornrows, go give me a fucking camera. Or he didn't really care for me, but the one who liked me and said I ain't a racist, how about I send that fucker to the store?
Oh, so he had one that was speaking against him and one that was a character witness for him.
Mm-hmm. And so, right there, I take issue. I don't think those cornrows from the grandson are real. I think he looks like a fucking weirdo with them in. But they want you to relate to him and believe him when he says his granddad is a racist. And it's believable because they know you go off of imagery. Mm-hmm. Anybody who looks like they cool with you, you'll accept. So you won't look into the grandson's background and see if he's a weirdo or no shit like that because he got braids in his hair. Mm-hmm. But I did look into his background and see if he's a weirdo. And guess what? It was like looking for Wells Waldo on the back of a cereal box. I can't find that bastard anywhere. And I'm pretty good at looking for shit. Mm-hmm. You see how this thing works? Nothing is ever what it seems. We watched Rodney King take the worst police ass whooping in history. But for those of us who are either in the know or listen to Dick Gregory, then we know Rodney King was a setup. So when you don't pay attention, you miss things. We're at this space where we have to stop the surface shit and realize two things, and then I'm gonna let the guy say what he gotta say so we can get up out of here. The first thing we must realize, and this is extremely important, no one's coming to save us. Mm-hmm. I'll say it one more time. No one. There's no white guy gonna part the clouds and come help your black ass ever. And according to the Bible, for those of y'all who are into it, Jesus came already. Chew on that. According to the Bible, he said he came already. They asked him when he was coming. He said in their lifetime. Well, those people been dead for a few hundred years. So technically, according to Jesus, he came already. Anyway, nobody's coming to save you. Second thing, and this one I need you to hear me clearly. This is war. Wake up and understand that every day. No one's coming to save you, and you are currently at war. You can handle that however you choose to. It's just my job to tell you. You're at war, and you have been for 6,000 years. And you're not winning. Go ahead, God. Say what you got to say, and we're going to roll right up out of here, man.
I'm going to leave y'all with the most uplifting and encouraging words I can tell you from piggybacking what the God just told you. We have not been winning, but within you is the ability and potential to do so. Within each of us, we have this magical power that isn't anything mystical or from a fantasy world. It's something that's very much real and something that's within us, and it's a God gene that when you tap into loving you and knowing you and appreciating all things that makes you, you become something that's more than just only human. You become something great. And I want you to understand that that is something that I intend to meet each of you on whatever day I meet you and help you tap into that in whatever capacity I can go about doing so. I want you to understand that through fitness, through wisdom, through knowledge of self, through truly applying yourself to a purpose higher than you, higher than just living for a check, living for fame, living for looking good or smelling good. I want you to understand that we all have a higher responsibility to one another. We have a higher responsibility to our children. We have a higher responsibility to the people that hate us, to make them understand why they should have loved us from the beginning. So I want you all to understand that when you see me, I am your loving big brother, big cousin, big uncle, whatever I can be for you. I have nothing but love in my heart. I have no hate, no animosity, no jealousy, no bitterness, no jealousy. I want you to understand that we can not only be good, we must be great every day. And I thank y'all for y'all time. I thank you for having me, gentlemen.
Oh, absolutely, man. This was dope, man. It was it's the best way to build. Because when we woke up this morning, neither one of us knew we would end the day like this. Mm-hmm. I don't know about him, but it's definitely the end of the day for me. Mm-hmm. but generally we going to bed kind of early. But this is a beautiful thing. You got two black kings that just found themselves in the same place at the same time doing the same thing, and it'll get better, it'll get greater because it's supposed to, or we wouldn't be here. I've been knowing this brother a lot longer than I've been rocking with him, but it's always been love, and it's always gonna be love. Whenever he got the time, we're gonna iron out some shit and do this again, more and bigger. I would like to see everything he trying to do flourish. Y'all got to take advantage of a black man saying, call me up and I'll give you the best workout you can get for free. You can't beat that.
Oh, for sure.
That's beautiful. Blessings and abundance for you even thinking of such a thing, because a lot of people don't even have a heart like that to say, hey, I'm going to take you on for free. That's beautiful, and that's black. That's what we need. We need more of that. So when we say support black businesses, here's a black business that you could support for free. Because we know how it is when we ask you Negroes to go in your pocket. So you can support this for free.
Oh, for sure that.
And you ain't even got to worry about it.
For sure that.
And
you're going to enjoy it. You're going to have a great experience. I want you to bring your kids out, bring your mom out, bring your auntie out, bring grandma out, bring everybody out, bring your kids out, bring everybody out.
Say that shit. That's what it is. With that being said, we're going to get ready. Wait, let me see. Okay, there we go. Knowledge is the only real power. Information is the only real currency. I love y'all. I'm gone. And that's another thing too, God. If you need something, hold on.